guys, I hope everybody is well and I hope you're having a good day. Today's video is going to be about my experiences with autism and faith and my experiences of being in a church. And I must say, I've been brought up to be a non-believer. I come from a non-Christian family background, but I attended church for quite a few years, and I want to tell you my story about it, my experiences of what went on, and what I found worked, what I found didn't. And I'm also going to be offering tips towards the end of this video about how churches can make themselves more autism accessible and autism friendly. So yeah, I hope, let's get into the video. I hope you like it. So I first attended church, and at first it was a fantastic experience. I got invited by one of my school friends. So I was in high school, so at the time I was like 13, 14 years old. My friend Kaylee invited me to go along with her to a Friday night youth group service that was going on. They had a youth group called YIP, which was Young International Project or something, I think it was called. And yeah, I went along on a Friday night with her for quite a few weeks at first to try it out, and I really got to like the youth group. It was a really good group of people. I made a lot of friends quite quickly within the church and surrounding area and the community, and it was really, really good. I really felt good. I was accepted into the church spiritual community, and I made a lot of friends. Everyone loved me and was very, very warming of me, accepting of me. You know, I had some certain struggles. People still decided to be my friend and take a chance with me and accept me for who I am and what I was doing. And yeah, and then I started getting involved in the Tuesday night biblical group. They had a young people's Bible group on a Tuesday. I started attending that with her as well, and I soon got into that group and really enjoyed it. So then it led from a Tuesday night, Friday night, to a Sunday morning and Sunday night service. And then that's when my parents did get a little bit worried about it. My dad believed that I was being brainwashed, and he felt like I wasn't really giving my family much attention or really thinking about my actions at the time. And at the time I just thought I wanted to be included in the church services. I wanted to be with my friends, and at the cost of upsetting my family quite a lot at the first time, but they soon got used to me having friends and going out and doing stuff. Like I say, I started then going to a faith camp, a Christian camp for a week in Peterborough. I also used to go to an event called The Gathering in Birmingham, which was a lot of fun. We made a lot of friends again there, and we learnt to have our real good faith and get to know other people in the Christian faith and Christian community. And then after a while, things started going a bit wrong because my friend Kaylee started being ill, and then I kind of kept going when she was getting ill, and then after that I didn't realise that things were getting to the point where I wasn't coping with it that well. I felt like I had to be there every Sunday regardless if I wanted to be at church or not, and then I had a health issue, which meant that I basically got run over and I couldn't attend church for some time. And then when the church leadership were made aware that I had been run over, there was responses like saying that I was using my reason of being run over and being in hospital on oxygen for nearly 5 days as an excuse to get out of going to church. And why wasn't I well enough to be in church? I was like, well, because I've been run over. And a lot of people then start turning their backs on me. And the problem was I was very, very unwell at the time, and I don't understand why there was such an issue with it. Surely you would support someone who is that unwell to be in hospital in the first place with quite life-threatening injuries. I had at the time, I had a cut open head, I had a broken wrist, I had dislocated shoulder, and other things wrong with me. And yet again, the church should have supported me. They should have made sure that I was okay, and the fact they should have supported me, said, okay, Gemma, come back when you're ready, come back when you're not feeling unwell or when you're not on medication, because I was on a lot of medication for pain relief to take the edge off the pain that I was feeling of all the bruising I had internally and externally on me. I medically wasn't well enough to go to church, as the saying is. So yeah, and then it wasn't just that. After that, I slowly started losing friends from the church. I found out on Facebook that a lot of people had deactivated their friendships with me, which was rather hurtful considering that it wasn't my fault why I couldn't attend going to church. And then obviously my friend Kaylee died, and again I went to her funeral with some of my family and as part of the church community, and that's the most hardest thing I've ever done, because attending a funeral of somebody that you were really close to was really, really hard for me. I felt like the church hadn't really supported me. They hadn't really asked how I was coping with it, or if I was okay, or if I understood what was happening to me, and why Kaylee had died so suddenly. And I really still have questions to this day why they failed to support me, why they failed to acknowledge that I was struggling. And yeah, so then that was just one thing. And then as church started going, like I say, I've talked about the hospital thing. And then I felt like I didn't fit in anymore, because I felt since being in hospital that people were isolating me out of the church. I felt like I wasn't accepted or wanted in the church, and to me that really made me mistrust a lot of people in the church and in my community who I thought were my friends. So I backed off, I stopped going, and then I lost another friend. My friend Katie died, and that was another hard thing for me to do, because I had to go to her funeral service, and again, the same thing. I felt that there wasn't enough support for me, considering by this point I'd been diagnosed with autism, or was being assessed with it, and they should have known that I would have needed that support. I would have needed that little bit more of a push, motivation to look after me, and the fact that I didn't get it was just a little bit slightly alarming. And yeah, so I felt like I had to really speak out about it. And when I told them about being autistic as well, this is the next thing I want to tell you about. When I told them I was autistic, I had a pastor who used to run the church, not the current pastors there, but one of the pastors who used to run that church before I started even going there, said on Facebook that his church could cure autism and that he had someone who was healed of autism. Well, let me tell you, I am sorry. I disagree with that statement, and I still disagree with it to this day. And the person knows who they are. I'm not going to name names or shame anybody, but you can't be healed from autism. It is simply ridiculous. Like, autism is a neurodevelopmental condition, which means it's in my brain. It means it's the way that I'm wired, the way that I was made. And I feel God made me this way because I'm made to be unique. I'm made to help a lot of people to accept autism and accept who I am regardless of my label around my head. And to be told that I was a burden, I was cursed, I'm autistic because I am a disappointment. Do you know how much that hurt? Like, that was beyond hurtful. Like, someone from the church community who is a leader and meant to be an authority figure, do you realise how much damage you do to the autistic community that way? Do you realise how much you're going to stop the autistic community wanting to come to your church? They're not going to want to set foot in it, because if you're going to say things like you can cure autism, you can heal autism, no, you can't. That is just a viewpoint you'd like to have, but you can't, because autism is non-curable. So for me, that put me off church altogether, and that's the main reason why I stopped attending church, because of being told that I could be cured of my behaviour, and it's just a lot of rubbish, you know. Like, that really did hurt me and really did make me upset. So can we not celebrate difference in the church? Can we not celebrate that we all have disabilities? We all have some kind of mental health issue? Should that be the church's focus? No, it shouldn't. The church's focus should be the person, the personality. It shouldn't be about the label. Oh, you're autistic. Oh, we don't want nothing to do with that. Oh, you have mental health. We don't want nothing to do with that. No, it should be about the person. So I hope this wasn't a too negative video. I'm going to end it here because it's quite long already. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments box when I upload this video. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye guys.